The following is a presentation of Alabama Public Television Station WCIQ, broadcasting from high atop Mount Chiaha.
Good evening, everyone. How are you? It is good to see you, and it is good to be seen by you, and it's good to be back in the studio space. I am rested, I am ready, and I hope you guys are too. Real briefly, I'm going to mention a couple things before we jump into it, because we've got a lot of role-playing game fun in front of us tonight. We have got a live stream of Call of Cthulhu that we are about to kick off, and I'm hype. I'm ready for it, and I hope you guys are too. But a couple things. First of all, no, I'm not gonna take time out tonight to discuss the storm, its aftermath, what's going on here. Things are still very much kind of a mess around my house. We fared about as well as we could under the circumstances, and I will circle back around to it come Monday. We'll talk a little bit about that, because we're here to kind of enjoy ourselves tonight, to put our feet up and not really worry about it. The next the next thing is of a certain gravity. Part of why I'm able to do what I do here on the show, and the reason that I'm able to keep doing things and that I don't suffer burnout and that sort of thing, is I have a great co-host. I have an absolutely amazing co-host, and his name is Kyle Schuant. Kyle is a good motivator. I often talk about the curse that is the modern internet, but without it, I don't know that I would have met such a stellar individual who really kind of he trimmed the aircraft. I'm going to be honest. He trimmed the aircraft. He turned his attention to the engines while I concentrated on flying, and it is to him that I owe an exceptional degree of gratitude. And I always appreciate Kyle's help around the show. We might not see eye to eye about character creation on Dungeons and Dragons, but that's small potatoes. I would like you to keep Kyle in your thoughts right now. He has suffered a family tragedy that is as detailed as I'm going to get it right now. But Kyle is my friend, and I not separated by literally a planet's distance between he and I. I would try to be at his side tonight. If the storm were still raging, I would still be here. If I was having to do this from my mobile phone because we had no electricity, I would still be here. If I could get to where Kyle is right now, I would by preference spend my time with my co-host. And again, I'm not going to launch into the specifics of what happened. That is up to Kyle if he wishes to discuss that. But again, look, whether your life is humanistic, experiential, spiritual, whatever you do, I'm asking you, my audience who know about Kyle, Maybe you don't know about Kyle. Maybe you just tuned in, and you're like, yeah, no, I want to hear this Call of Cthulhu stuff. Keep him in your thoughts, please. I ask you. So, once he has had a chance to put things in order and so on, I will ask him about, whether or not this is something he wants to discuss further. But anyway, so welcome to the show. Of course, I am Bill Sylvie, aka the Dungeon Delver, coming to you live from a slightly damaged and undisclosed location here in the swamps of Central Florida, the flooded, wind-blown swamps of Central Florida. If you haven't already, please do consider subscribing to the show. You can click the subscribe button. Make sure that the bell icon for notifications is clicked so you can find out about all kinds of stuff that we do around here, regardless of the show type, whether it is an 8-hour storm riding stream that goes from 9 p.m. until 6 in the morning, or whether it is just a normal good time, which is what we prefer to have here on the Delver's Dungeon. And if you have just subscribed, if you have just clicked that subscribe button, or maybe you haven't, maybe your finger is hovering over it before you do that, let me just tell you a little bit about what we do around here while I wait for our group of players to file in. We play tabletop RPGs a lot. We have guests on the show. We do deep dives, product reviews. I have interstitial videos where I will share tabletop RPG news with you. And we do that 5 nights a week. And the fun thing is, sometimes we do it 6 nights a week. Hello, Odd Scimitar. Good to see you. Sometimes we do it 6 nights a week. For example, tomorrow we have a special guest on the show, Miss Alyssa Hazel, who is a speculative fiction author. I have read her book, The Third Test, and her anthology work, Twitching Light. They're right over there. It's the spooky season. I'm having an author who knows her way around spooky on the show. And so that's going to be tomorrow. We're doing it in the evening side, so please keep your eyes open, and I will post up a link to that show tomorrow, just like we normally do here. So you can you can just slide into the audience and you can ask a very talented author all about her works, because she's a pretty neato person, and I met her over on Twitter in the RPG spaces and writing spaces. And I said, hey, I like your stuff. Come on my show. So we are finally making that happen, and I'm looking forward to doing that. Again, I am waiting for folks to slide into the show right now, and we're going to be getting started just as soon as the rest of my players jump in. So let me tell you a little bit about our live play praxis, if you will. I know you probably are familiar with the idea of live streaming a tabletop RPG on the internet. There are certainly hugely, vastly, incredibly more popular media channels than mine that do it. Media empires, really, when you get right down to it. But what I will tell you is that, unlike the majority of them, some of them do this thing too. But what I prefer to do is I want you to watch, not just to sit and stare and go, oh, okay, all right, well, I guess I'm just listening to these people play Dungeons and Dragons or Call of Cthulhu or Gamma World or whatever they're doing. If you have a question, if you want to know about why a rule functions the way it does, what's going on, just whatever, then please, by all means, ask your question in the live chat. You don't have to super chat me if you don't want to. But you've got plenty of opportunities. You can ask in the live chat itself, and if I don't answer your question, one of my players might, and if one of my players doesn't, I have the smartest and best looking audience in any 5-night a week classic tabletop RPG live streaming show on YouTube, and I will die on that hill. So if I don't pick up your question, ask it again. If my players don't pick up on your question, somebody in the audience may. But it's an interactive thing. I don't want you to just sit back and sit on your hands and go, well, okay, I'm just listening. But by the way, and also don't feel compelled to chatter at us if you don't want to. But I don't want you to think that that this is not something that you can be a part of. Okay. Within the degree of interaction with us through the live chat. And I'll only answer appropriate questions, obviously, you know. So I'm just going to check on something real quick, and I'm going to get started here. Now, in case you're not aware, I know I've been running my mouth here for a few minutes. But let's see. Anyway, if you have hang on a second. I'm sorry, I'm checking something. I hate to keep running my mouth about this. I'm just waiting for everybody to file in the back of the room. So if you have any questions to start while we're waiting for our last player to join us, then please ask them now. We will be going until midnight tonight. So we've got a few minutes to flex. I don't want you guys to think. So we'll take it to the quarter hour, and then we'll go ahead and get started. I believe we have one player who will be a little bit late tonight. If one of my folks waiting in the green room could confirm that, let me just double check. Yes, okay, I see that there. So Yang and Zhao will be running a little bit late tonight. And who knows, perhaps his character will be late because it is Call of Cthulhu. Perhaps they'll all be late and we'll have to run a second Call of Cthulhu game after tonight. We'll just have to see. So, with that said, I just need to make a couple of quick notes here, and then we're going to get going. By the way, I know that I have a fair few number of players who are like me located in Florida. I hope you're all well. I hope you're not using your last remaining bit of battery on your mobile phone while you're waiting for Duke or FPL or somebody else to come and hook your electrical back up. And if you had to bug out, that you're in a nice, comfortable hotel or with friends and family somewhere. But anyway, last but not least. Okay, folks. Well, I think we're just about ready to go. Yes, we have crossed over the 15-minute horizon. Passerby, I haven't seen it yet. I do know that it is fairly different in rules layout, so I have not played it. Is the current game influenced by Texas Chainsaw Massacre? No, it's not. It is not. So, without further ado, everyone, please let's go ahead and welcome our panel of players. We have now, if you're new to this, by preference, some of our players don't share their last names or their names at all. So I don't think these are their Christian given names. Everybody say hello to Kennick as Carrie Smith, a journalist for WCTG out of Atlanta. Hello, Kennick.
Hello.
You are a little bit scratchy, but hopefully that will settle down. And we have Kevin, who is a professor at the University of Alabama. Everybody, well, he is currently a journalist, also working for WTCG in Atlanta. So everybody say hello to Kevin as Will McFarlane.
Hello, hello.
If you know him, you love him. We have Doomsword Deathmaster as Pete Wilson, author and likewise employee at WTCG in Atlanta.
Hey, how's it going?
It is going well, my friend. It is going well. So to bring the audience up to date, the party is working for a small television station located in Atlanta, run by eccentric advertising businessman Ted Turner. You see, this Call of Cthulhu game is set in the year 1970. Our investigators have been ordered to go out to generate content for Mr. Turner's latest venture, television production. And weeks ago, strange lights were reported above CTHULHU Mountain, the highest mountain located in the state of Alabama. And Ted, in his ever eccentric and vociferous way, has dispatched these 4 folks to get out there and get me a story. So you found yourselves near the wide place in the road just to the east of CTHULHU Mountain, known as Delta, Alabama. Friendly, if eccentric folks. But your investigation tells you that something is definitely not as it seems here in the region of Delta, Alabama, at the foot of Mount CTHULHU. Your afternoon drive, or your morning drive, has taken you into the afternoon into the rural backwoods while investigating a strangely barricaded church on the north end of the village. And by investigating, I mean forcibly entering the seemingly abandoned place. You have exited to find yourselves eye to eye with an armed county sheriff. He looks over and sees Will McFarland toting his Remington over and draws his own revolver and says, "Now you just stop right there. Y'all just stop right there. Put them hands where I can see you." And that's where we find ourselves, in the side lot next to this church in Delta. Let us begin the begin. And we will, first of all, let's get declarations. What is Carrie Smith going to do?
Is she still in the car, or is she outside?
No, you had all forced your way into the church, and you're all
okay.
around on the left-hand side of it towards the rear.
She is going to back up and become part of the wall.
Okay, and let's see here. How about Will McFarland, professor? What is he going to do?
So he's drawn up and pointing the pistol at me, I assume.
Yes.
Okay. Of course I dropped the shotgun. It didn't have any shells in it anyway. But yeah, I'm gonna just put my hand up and say, yeah, whatever you say, sir.
All right. So Barker is strangely silent and compliant with the police officer. But finally, we come to author Pete Wilson. What is Pete doing?
Yeah, so last time I tried to turn on some Southern drawl for him, and
Yeah.
that didn't go too well because I missed my fast talk. So as I recall, I just listened to what the man said. I do still have that pistol stuffed in my pants.
Okay.
But it's a big pistol,
Okay. All right. Okay, so no one's taking any aggressive actions then?
Will
Not
is
I.
definitely not.
Okay. And here is Yang Yan Zhao. He has arrived on time. Good to see you, Yang. Thank you for joining us.
Good
Yang,
evening.
is Philip Barker doing anything as you guys face down this county sheriff?
Well, if Pete isn't gonna try and talk him out of it, Philip is he'll try to give the cop a little officer, the inside's just a mess. It's like it's being ran through.
Yeah, well, that ain't no wonder. Y'all been running through it. Give me a fast talk roll, however. You have a 40% fast talk.
All right.
And hopefully DD Dice is playing nice with us this evening.
Oh, nope. Well, let me try loading it again.
All right. We use an on-screen 3D dice rolling app, folks, that is beautiful when it works. 32. Okay, so he pauses for a minute and considers the situation and says, yeah, we've had a lot of folks coming up here messing with this church ever since it closed up a few weeks ago.
Oh,
You telling me you seen somebody breaking in here?
Well, that's the thing. We didn't realize that it was all closed down. Came by just to see what the hours were, and I saw somebody run around the back. Came out the door and ran around the back. So we went around. We chased him a little bit. And we don't see nothing, and we was worried that might be something going on inside. So we did a quick check, but we didn't find nothing in there. Just that it been ran through.
Okay. He believes you for the moment. He kind of relaxes a little bit. He's still got the pistol drawn, and he turns to you. He does not point the pistol at you. He seems fairly competent and professional with it, despite the fact that he has definitely done some crooked redneck cop tricks to you guys. And he looks at Will McFarland and says, why you got that under over then, boy?
Oh, I didn't know what it was, so I thought I'd try to scare him. It's not even loaded. You want to take a look for yourself.
Yeah, I know plenty of highway patrolmen that their last words were, I bet it ain't even loaded.
Oh, it's on the ground over there. I mean, I'm not touching that thing. You asked me to drop it, and there it is.
Now I want all of y'all, get down on your knees and face away from me. Get 10 feet away from that gun. Anybody so much as twitches, and you're going to spend the night in the hospital at best.
Hey, brother, it's all cool. We ain't doing nothing wrong.
I ain't your brother, boy. Don't you keep that hippie talk shut up. So, yeah, you guys hear the... is anyone not complying with him?
No,
Nah.
Gary's complying.
I am complying.
I'm complying until I'm not complying, but I'm complying right now.
Okay. So yeah, you hear his feet crunching on the gravel and the snap of the gun breech opening and closing. Says, well, if he's looking to armed robbery somebody, boy, this is a hell of a way to do it. All right, get up, get on your feet. You say somebody's broke in here and you see him run off in the woods?
Yes, sir.
All right. Y'all turn around and sit on the ground so I can see your faces and your hands.
We'll do so.
All right.
Lickety split.
All right. He walks all the way back towards the front of the church. That's a good 200 feet away. By the time he gets to the car, he's only glancing over his shoulder. And I should point out, he does have your shotgun.
Okay.
He does have it. But he, you know what? Well, I've already said he's going to do it, and I'm not going to go back. So, he reaches into the car, and you can see he's got a mic in his hand and is speaking into it. Is anyone straining to hear what he might be saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I actually think, Yang, if you're going, we'll just go by Dex, and yours is higher than Carrie's. So give me a listen roll of 55%.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Dice are friendly.
All right. So yeah, you can hear him. And he said he is, he's calling for backup. Yeah, Trixie, how'd you get Ned up here and send John and his tracking dog up here too? Yeah, I'm at the New Hope Baptist Church on Highway 9. Or I'm sorry, he says County Road 9. Yeah, that's the one. I'm over here near Delta. I got me 4 out-of-towners, 4 city slickers up here, and they say they seen somebody breaking into the church. So yeah, y'all just come on up here. Oh, what the hell do you mean 20 minutes? I ain't got 20 minutes. God damn. Just tell them to get up here as quick as they can. All right, he leans back in and hangs up, presumably puts the radio up, and approaches you again. He has placed the shotgun in the car. He comes back over to you and says, all right, y'all stand up real slow, and y'all show me where y'all seen this fella running.
Sure. Philip will get up real slow, and then he'll point to that door on the side and then describe running back behind the church. Then he done gone into the woods, and we ain't seen him after that.
Okay. He walks in that direction. Kind of looking around. He's glancing at the ground. Let's see.
Hey, you want any backup, officer?
Wow. Okay. He's like, he kneels down, looks at the ground, walks back over to the door, walks in the direction you looked, and stands up and says, well, if there's somebody running out here, he'd be flying. There ain't no footprints, ain't no footprints, ain't nothing on the ground here. This mud and dirt, this is fresh from the rain we had 2 weeks ago.
Man, this whole place kind of freaks me out, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it
I don't know what
always
to tell
this
you.
dark?
I don't know what to tell you, officer. we done seen him. I mean, I couldn't tell you what he looked like. Just sort of like this black figure. Not to say he's a black person, but like he's all in black, and he just took off. And I mean, we weren't going to go chase him in the woods because who knows if he's alone or what might be back there.
All right. So is anyone trying to convince him to go off chasing this fellow?
Yeah, well,
Like,
I intended
active-
to
Okay, give me a
talk to him.
all right.
Yeah,
Give me a
go ahead.
persuade roll.
Will is going to keep his mouth absolutely shut and not say a word.
All right.
Yeah,
That's what I
Carrie's-
should have done too.
Carrie's doing the same thing.
But I mean, you've been actively talking to him there, Pete. So give me a persuade roll.
Yeah, officer, I offered to give you some backup there. I don't know if it's something you would want to take, but don't you think you should get after this guy? We're just going to stay up in the hotel room. We already got ourselves a room and the whole bit.
All right. Give me that persuade roll.
Well, it added them.
Well, I mean, it's still
It
still
would have
adequate.
still made it.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
switch dice.
Your persuade is 70%. So he says, well, if there's somebody up in there, they can get lost up in them woods. All right, I tell you what. For a bunch of city slickers, y'all seem to be on the up and up. So stay put here. Don't you move. Don't you run away. I got backup coming. They're going to be here any minute. You all guys also know that's not true. But he holsters his he holsters his pistol and heads off into the tree line behind the church. He's got a pretty quick step about it. So he's out of sight, although you can faintly hear footfalls as he kind of moves, follows the tree line slope up. And a minute passes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. What do you guys want to do?
Hey, guys, I'm still holding this piece,
Yeah.
Well,
And we
you
got
should
your
either put
shoddy
that in the car, or we should get the hell
Yeah.
out of here. Which one? Seems
Well,
like
if
you
we get
trust
outta
us.
here, we're
Maybe,
gonna-
maybe just put it in the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put it in the
if
car. I mean,
If
we're
we,
here
if
for a
we take
story.
off, man, this guy, I don't know. We're gonna have to leave. He's gonna find us in this dump.
Yeah. Hey, Pete,
Yeah.
take these. And he'll give Pete those canisters of film that he took from the inside. Put these in the car too.
Okay.
All right. I'll make a run for it. I get shot. I don't know. Bury me. All right.
All right. Okay. So, tell me your plans, because he will be gone for a turn.
Okay. Well, for Pete, the idea is, so judging the distance, right? I mean, is it reasonable that I could make a run for it, throw that stuff in our car, assuming he wouldn't search it, and make it back to this area? Can I infer that? It seemed like the car wasn't too far off, right? And I think he's farther than the car.
Yeah. No. He has been gone for like 10 minutes.
And he's behind the church, right? Not the car's
Yes.
in front of the church, and he's behind the
Yeah.
church. Okay.
Yeah. This, like, there's a little playground, there's a swing set, slide. One of those things you push and it spins around is incredibly dangerous, and we knew and loved and grew up with in Gen X.
That's what we're going to be doing here.
My plan's basically to kind of roll around inconspicuously around the guy that's next to me, assuming
Okay.
there's somebody between me and the car up against that wall there, and kind of quietly move at first, and then duck down and haul ass to the car.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Pete,
You
Pete,
get.
before you go, bring the camera back. We got to tape this. This has got to be part of the story.
You had the
Bring nothing
camera.
back he ain't seen.
Kennick, you were carrying the camera.
Oh, okay. I've got it. Cool.
Yeah, he had you drop it, so it's like
Okay,
a
I'll
few
pick it
feet
back up.
over that way.
I'll pick it back up.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're picking the camera up. What is Philip? What are Philip and Will doing?
I'm going to pace an awful lot right in front of that door
Okay.
in the mud and all that. Just, nervously pace, waiting, worried about, our cop buddy that's in the forest. And I'm going to do my best to ensure that there's no other footprints but mine.
Philip is going to sort of hang out like on the corner so he can see where the cops went into and he can see everybody else. He is going to hang out there to intercept the cop when he comes back, so that if Pete needs more time to get back or something, he'll.
No, Pete. I mean, you bolt over to the car, dump the documents and the film canisters.
Oh,
in
he's
the car,
back already?
and get back. Yeah, it is
Oh.
like that.
Okay.
And the piece, the gun's going too. I'm sliding that under the seat.
Okay.
Then I think Philip will just look for signs of other people or other things that have been around here. Because something must have boarded these windows up.
Okay. So let's see. Give me a 10%. Give me a tracking roll, please.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, it's a lot of footprints, a lot of fresh footprints being made by your friend who's pacing nervously around. But also give me a spot hidden roll.
Oh, 16. Oh, that's good.
Okay. You notice is the whole church, because of its arrangement, it's not uneven ground, so it's on a fairly tall foundation. So there's a flight of like 6 steps up to the back door where you guys are, or where you guys are near. There are you can see wadded up and discarded behind a bush that's next to the concrete steps. You can see what looks like gauze or bandages.
So he'll, hey, everybody, come look at this.
And it's literally just a few.
Can I tell if it's like relatively fresh, or because he mentioned there was rain a few days ago? It would be all wet and dirty if it was longer, if it was out during that rain.
Let's see. Do you have?
I have no medicine.
Yes, actually, you do. You have first aid.
Oh, yes, first aid.
Although, well, I mean, you know what? For this, yeah, you don't know. You don't know. There are, I mean, they are damp just because things are generally kind of humid and damp. And they are stained. There are brown rusty brown stains on them. But how old or fresh that might be, you don't know.
Would I recognize the rusty brown as blood?
Yeah, I mean it's on bandages. It kind of has that sort of uniform look that it doesn't look like it was splattered there, but rather like it was placed on an injury and kind of absorbed into the gauze. So yeah, you would be fairly certain that that's blood.
Somebody here done got themselves injured.
Okay. Another is anyone else doing anything with that information? Let me ask.
I'll take a look at it just to see that, since he pointed it out. I'm going to look around it to see if there's any, like, does it look like somebody went through the bushes, or their arm hit the bush, or they jumped the bush, or that kind of stuff.
Give me a track roll. That is 10%.
Okay. That's as good as any other roll, right? 10%.
Yeah.
77.
No idea. It's a bush, and he reaches back there and pulls out some dirty bandages.
Okay.
Carrie's gonna tape all of this. Start recording.
Okay. And finally, what about Pete Wilson? What is he doing during all of this?
I'm just sitting here whistling Dixie.
All right, you're in the right place to be doing it. You don't find anything else as you look around, but you do notice that like 10 more minutes have gone by. You have neither seen nor heard anything from up behind the church.
Okay.
He's really motivated to find that guy back there.
Very thorough.
How dense is the woods back there? I mean, is it like to the horizon kind of dense?
It goes up into the hills. The hills rise because you're looking in the rough direction of the national forest that surrounds Mount Cheeha. So yeah, I mean he's up in thick woods. It's not far past the playground area.
Did he have a flashlight or anything that we noticed when he left?
I mean, he had an equipment belt, but you didn't really take stock of it while he was here,
Okay.
so you don't know.
Think he might have got lost out there. And so it's been a while, and his friend hasn't showed up yet.
Yeah, I don't think our cop's coming back.
Yeah, I mean, we're here for a story. Let's make a story.
You want to go looking for him in the woods? He kind of told us to stay here, and he's probably awful jumpy right now.
I'm sure he is, and I ain't going in there without a gun.
Oh, man.
Maybe you ought to take that shotgun back out of the police cruiser.
Yeah, if it's open, right?
Maybe
Probably
we
still
oughta-
has the keys in it, by the way, right? I mean, that's the process for these guys.
Well,
Well,
we can check that out, but that's for sure a crime.
Yeah, he's got a buddy showing up here, supposedly, right? Maybe,
Well-
I mean, if that guy shows up, the last thing we want is to be in those woods, right?
That's what I'd say.
Yeah, we don't know where your partner went. And by the way, the fact that we're exiting the woods holding a shotgun after your partner has disappeared.
So, yeah, I mean,
You think-
now he didn't give him our plate number or anything, did he? Or at least not afterwards. Maybe he did beforehand. I don't know.
You don't know.
Well, he wrote out a ticket before, so he knows at least one of us.
Yeah, but that ticket's not related to this this church situation here. Yeah, I don't know. I'm afraid to leave, but I also don't want to stay here. How
Yeah,
late
I
is
mean,
it, Bill?
It is now 3 in the afternoon. And you are in a mountainous region, so the sun is beginning to dip. It is getting windy, and it is, of course, cloudy, so it's starting to get kind of dim.
Hey, police often keep notepads in their cars. Maybe we could take a quick peek, see what he's been up to.
And maybe
you
there's
guys
some
can go
talk
ahead
on
and
that
do that.
radio thing.
Why don't you talk on the radio? I think we go back to the hotel like we were told to in the first place. And if the cops come asking, we just say we misunderstood and that he told us to go back there, right?
If he comes back,
Sounds good.
they'll fight him 3 weeks from now.
Say, yeah, and we won't be here.
Exactly.
All right, let's go back. But you guys keep an eye out. I'm going to take a quick look, see what's in the cruiser.
Take
Yeah.
Carrie's got gloves, climbing gloves. Maybe you should take those just in case, so you don't leave any prints on stuff.
That's a good idea.
She'll hand
Carrie,
him over.
would you mind?
Oh, sure. Not a problem. Here you go.
All right, so Phil's gonna take. He's gonna see what's in that cruiser.
And
Okay.
if no one's coming, get the shotgun out of there. Even if you have to throw it under the cruiser.
I'll do what I can.
Okay. Yeah, there is in a rig in the front seat. There is a pump action shotgun. There's a pack of Marlboros. There's an open can of Coca-Cola sitting in the little caddy that it sits on the transmission hump in the front of the car. Just some various odds and ends. There's a radio, big Motorola radio, was probably made a decade prior.
Do I see any sort of notes or any paperwork indicating what he might be working on? Ticket book.
Let's see. Give me a luck roll.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't. You see, you're like, aha, what's this? And that it's like a newspaper, must be from a near town, the Anniston Times. But there's nothing. I mean, that he was working on a crossword, apparently, doing quite well, actually.
All right. Well, I think Philip is. I think he's gonna take our shotgun back, but he's not gonna take the cop shotgun.
Okay. Alrighty. You have your shotgun. He has the officer has been gone for 15 minutes. What are you guys doing?
Well, I'm hiding.
Oh, man, I say we
in the
get
car.
the hell out of here.
I agree.
Yep. Gary's climbing in the back seat again.
Do we
I'll
want
just
to go
tell,
back to
I'll
that,
just tell that dude.
creepy
Go
ass
ahead.
hotel?
It's less creepy than this, ain't it?
That's the truth. That's the truth.
I'll just tell that old cop when he comes back around. I'll just tell him, man, brother, I must have heard you wrong. He likes
Alrighty.
it when I talk to him that way.
So you guys are leaving the scene then, right?
That sounds explicitly sounds like a crime.
Yeah, we're not leaving the scene. We're just going to the hotel.
All right. Well, it's a
I
1970s.
misunderstood the cop.
Scene can have a lot of different meanings.
Yeah, I mean, they can come talk to us later.
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna ask that we stop by and see if there's some place to buy some shoes. When we leave. So.
Okay. Alrighty. So you pile in your car. Who is driving, please?
I think I usually drive.
I thought it was you.
Driver. Yeah.
All right. Give me a driving roll, please. Yay.
Oh boy.
Barker drives the boat.
Okay.
Wow.
An 01.
Nice.
Wow.
Perfect time and 20 miles to the gallon.
Okay. Yang, you guys drive them on. There is something, you smell something. You don't see like wisps of anything coming out of the engine compartment, and it feels like it is running rougher than it should. Even on these gravel roads, you know it shouldn't, kind of like it's knocking, almost like it's knocking and pinging. And you guys, you get back, you arrive back in Delta, and yeah, it does the 70s car as you're sitting there. Yeah, there's something definitely there's absolutely something rough about the way that it drives.
I am going to pop the hood and try to take a look.
All right.
I'll
But the
back
question,
up just in case.
but the question is, do you have you have a base mechanical repair of 20? So give me a mechanical repair roll.
Okay. Oh,
The
That-
dice give it.
That
The
is
dice
last
take it
roll.
away.
Yeah.
well, engine's still there.
The universe is kept in balance. Yes, you pop the hood, you stare at it for 5 minutes. That's an engine.
But is it? I'll go take a look at it myself as well. I have a better skill than he does. It's the default, just like his.
All right, give me a mechanical repair roll.
Yeah, so I brought my father-in-law with me.
Yeah,
So
no,
he's been
no.
talking to me the whole time. Okay.
No idea. All right, but you have arrived back. Where did you guys park? There's the San Ann. There is the store, the general store. There is the hotel.
Probably in front of the hotel.
Okay. Alrighty. You're parked in front of the hotel. You have a key to a room. Or was it 2 rooms you got?
2 rooms. Yeah.
Okay.
2 rooms for $10. What a steal.
Alrighty. So you're parked. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I'm grabbing up my pistol. The idea is grabbing one of those keys. Hey, Will, you want to be with me, man?
Yeah, I'll head with you. Hold on. Go ahead and I'll meet you inside. I got to get these shells out of this place. I'm not going to be
Right
caught
on,
if
you
you
didn't see
good
what
this
was up
time.
with the engine, my man? Tried to pull
Yeah.
a wire or something.
Yeah, I think that the cop did something to it before we saw him.
Right on. Well, that's the way it works.
Yeah, I wish I knew more about cars. It's not something I really considered very interesting. Found people to be more interesting than cars, but not live people, dead people. They're just less boring, if you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. I got a little something special to talk to you about.
Okay. So I'm going to grab the box of shells out of there, the 10 left, and
Okay.
I'm going to walk into the hotel room if we could get in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the keys.
It is a musty little hotel room. There is a black and white TV bolted to the dresser. There's really nothing to report. I mean, it's bedroom with a mini fridge on one side of it, the TV, and a bathroom with shower stall, which, considering this is rural Alabama in the 1970s, that is exceptionally well appointed.
Is the TV on a lazy Susan? Can I rotate it? Or is it?
Yes, you can move it. You can move it like 10 degrees to the left or right.
Yeah, I said, Phil kind of did us a good job here. We both can watch this from without having to get out.
Yeah. They then had a question for me, and I just want to put this up. Thank you for your question. They then, do I add the base number of a skill to any points you put into the skill during character creation? Yes, you do. You add the base, and what that means is everyone has a base. Which I'm not going to stick this up on the screen right now. But for example, the listen skill has a base of 25%. If I wanted to give that character a listen of 60, I would have spent 35 points on that character, and then they would have a listen ability of 60% or less on D100. Nordic, we are playing effectively every edition of Call of Cthulhu up until 5th. Up until and including 5th. There was a sea change in the rules with 6th and 7th, and I don't know them well enough to run them. So, but the rules were essentially unchanged from 1st edition all the way through 5th edition.
Yeah, this edition has orange shag carpet and green appliances.
This particular edition, yes. Okay. So your rooms are basically identical. There is not a door between them. I'm sorry?
They're adjacent, like 9-10 or whatever?
Yes. Yes. Okay. They're not that far from the office either.
Did we see anybody in the office as we drove up, or?
You weren't specifically looking, and no one was pressing their face against the window. So no.
Is there a phone in the room too? You didn't say that, but
yes, there is a rotary dial phone in the room.
Okay.
There a safe of any sort or anything like that?
No.
Philip is gonna search the room. So you said there was no door adjoining, but he's gonna look for like secret passageways, one-way mirrors, some way that the creepy the guy at the front desk could potentially spy on romantic customers.
Check
that
the
was
vents.
Lawson, right? Lawson was the name of the guy, the hotel guy.
Yes.
Yes.
So give me a spot hidden roll, please, Yang.
Carrie will help too.
Okay.
Oh.
There is, in fact, wallpaper on the wall and a landscape painting that is bolted to the wall in a wooden frame. That is what you notice.
I think I used up all my good rolls today, guys.
Carrie helped.
Then I helped.
She got a 43 and she's got 60 for her scores. So
she's used to hiding stuff.
So yeah, in poking around the room, you don't notice anything. There is a window AC unit. and stuck underneath the bottom of it is a wad of gum. Like somebody just literally, it's close enough you can reach it from the bed, so you think maybe somebody just went, stick.
Ew. I guess the housekeeping isn't very good here.
Well, it was hidden, so their spot hidden isn't very good.
Alrighty, so yeah, it's pretty much the same in both rooms, and I guess this is probably a good time to mention that no handy portable UV lights for UV flashlights don't exist in this time yet. So.
You know what does exist?
That might be a blessing.
The bedspread and the floor exists. That's what exists.
Yeah, that is about it. So as you guys are going over whatever, there's a knock at the door of the room. That how are you guys divided so it's Yang and Kanek are in one room, and Kevin and Dooms are in another.
Yeah.
Yang, there's a knock on your door.
I will look through the peephole.
It is the clerk.
Even
through the peephole, he is.
He will open the door a crack and say, "Oh, how's it going, Lawson?"
Oh, hello. I see you folks done come back. I hope you had fun doing whatever it was y'all was doing.
Yeah, we had a nice little drive around. It's beautiful country out here.
Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Y'all still planning on staying for church on Wednesday?
Oh, well, that's the plan.
Oh, well, the heavens above bless you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Sorry, Lawson, what time did you say that was going to be?
Oh, it's a special sermon. It's late at night. We start the festivities at 11:30 and we wrap up at midnight. Oh. I hope that's not too late for y'all. I mean, y'all being from the big city, I expect y'all keep all kinds of hours.
Well, I mean, I try to keep my schedule regular, but y'all must be real tired when it comes to Thursday mornings.
Well, we make do.
All righty then.
Okay. He says, he sees Carrie in the background. And a good afternoon to you too, ma'am.
Thank you kindly, sir.
Well, y'all let me know if y'all need anything. A bucket of ice, anything like that. We got a fine UHF channel y'all can watch if you're so inclined.
What channel will that be?
Oh, I can come in and show you.
Oh, that's all right. We're tired. We'll maybe just play around with it ourselves.
Well, all right. I don't expect you get good channels on account of the mountains you see from big cities like Birmingham or Huntsville. But we got the TV antenna up on the mountain, and we get a good selection of program, and y'all should watch. I think y'all find it real interesting.
All right. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Danny H. We are having a lot of fun. Okay. So he leaves.
Do we have a second lock on the door? Can you lock
yeah,
it?
I mean there's a chain lock and there's like a deadbolt night latch. So
yeah, let's put both of those on tonight.
I think we better ought to move one bed up against the door.
So, over in the other room, what are investigators McFarland and Wilson doing?
Well, I assume Pete was regaling Will with the stories of Woodstock and all the stuff that he experienced there.
Okay.
Until he's tired of it.
Alrighty. Is anyone doing anything in particular?
I would like to walk around the buildings and just look and see what's there. Just what's behind them. Is there, little spaces between them? That kind of stuff.
This is a uniform building. It kind of describes a broad, shallow U shape with a total of a dozen units, not counting apparently this guy's office area. You don't know if he also lives at the hotel. The parking lot is in the middle, and there's enough space for one car at every unit. Give me a spot hidden, please, while you're doing that.
Okay.
Nordic Maelstrom, does this hotel have a rather expensive hedge maze?
It's not in Colorado.
The investigators were impudent. And
01.
I corrected them. Someone is standing in the thin, woodsy area, maybe 100 yards to the east of the hotel, and they are watching you intently as you round the building. When they see you see them, they turn and bolt.
Like literally run.
Yeah, literally run.
I'm going to say somebody's spying us out here.
I need everybody to give me a listen roll, please.
Yeah, I'm going to yell it loud.
All right.
You want to start, Carrie?
Okay.
And what is your listen?
55. So
nope, you don't hear it.
I don't have anything special on that, so I think it's the base 25.
All right.
I don't know what's going on with my dice.
All right. Just clear them up and roll them again. We'll just treat that as you grab the wrong dice out of the bag. Because it's impossible.
I might have to change.
That's fine. It's impossible to say which die was 10s or 1s. Right. All right. And all right, Yang, you go ahead and give me a list of them all also.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Wow.
You absolutely hear him, someone yelling, and I need to roll. Okay.
Do I recognize who it is?
Yeah, it's your colleague.
Then I will run out there.
Okay. Not saying anything to Carrie. You bolt out the door. Did you find some dice?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll though and see if they. I had this problem last week too. For some reason, it was adding things. Okay, that's better. It's a miss, but at least it rolled percentile.
Okay.
Oh, those are fun dice.
Yeah, I like those animated textures in the dice. That is both distracting and very cool. I like that a lot, and very appropriate for the game. All right, so yeah, you bolt out. This person turns and runs. Actually, let's see. What do you wish to do? You've spotted the person. They are clearly going to turn and run. They are some distance away. What are you doing?
Well, I mean, I realize they're there. Do they look like a person?
Yes,
Like
this looks like a person.
it's a human.
Yes, of
Okay.
slight build.
Okay, it's Children of the Corn. I'm going to yell. Someone's been spying on us or whatever, like I said before, and then I'm gonna take off towards it.
Okay.
Of course, my shotgun's still in the freaking building because that's planning.
That's well.
It wasn't the cop, right? It was somebody else. Okay.
No, it was not. It was definitely not the cop. You guys are like 2 miles away from there. So
from the cop, you mean? Okay.
yeah, from the church. Just a moment. So I literally had to look up something. Okay, so you cover about what you think is half the distance, and this person is turning and running. They are thrashing through the underbrush. Right about that time, Yang, you round the end corner of the hotel and you see your friend running into the woods. And I should point out, it is late afternoon at this juncture because you guys have taken a while searching your rooms. So it is getting dark. Give me, if you would please, a tracking roll.
Okay. I'm not going to go very deep into the woods. I'm not a woods guy.
Yeah, you've completely lost them.
Well, I'm going to go back to the rooms because I don't have a gun. And I'm going to let the others know what happened.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not going to chase him into the woods.
Right.
I'm just going to chase him until I can see, like, at the beginning of the woods and try to see where he's going. Watch and see where he runs. I'll use my hand to point at him, kind of help track where I'm looking.
Okay, yeah. They kind of bolt off in that direction somewhat. But beyond that, you can't really tell. I do want you one more time to give me a spot hidden roll. One more spot hidden.
Okay. $66.
66, and your spot hidden is.
It's not that. Let's see. It is 25.
It is 25. Okay. Yeah, it's just a figure that you see sprinting away. Longish hair, so given the slight build and the long hair, maybe a woman, female of some stripe. But yeah, they're gone before you can catch up with them. So you go back to the hotel room also, and it is now dark.
So I'll knock as I'm heading back. I'll knock on Phil and Carrie's door and say, might talk about this for a little bit, but we all need to gather.
All right.
And so when they come to the door, I'll ask them to come into the other room where Pete's at. And I'll start walking over there. It's about 10, 15 feet, so.
It's like 8 feet. Like I said, these units share common walls. They are side by side.
I will definitely lock the door once Carrie comes out.
Okay.
So I'll get him in there and I'll say, I was kind of looking around the property, just seeing what's out there, just in case something happens. We have to figure a way out of this. And noticed somebody in the woods. It was probably, it could have been a child or a large child or a woman, intently watching us, or at least me for that matter. It weren't
That's
no
far
lookaroo
out,
or
man.
anything like that, but it ran into the woods. I tried to chase it, but given what happened to the peace officer we saw earlier, I wasn't about to play that game. And
where this person was, they would have been able to view. It would have been an oblique angle, but they could have seen, you think, at least enough into the parking lot to kind of observe where you guys observe the front of your room.
okay, I'll point that out. In fact, I'll walk over to where I think I saw them and look at the property. I'll say, hey, follow me out here, and I'll bring some stuff. They're probably still out there, but they didn't run right away. They only ran when I got about halfway to them.
Man,
I don't know why that
IDing
was.
you, my man.
Yeah, it didn't seem to like me very much, or like
You
me
want
too
us
much.
to
I
where?
don't know
You want us to
which.
go into them woods?
Oh no! I'm just gonna show you where they were at, just in case somebody wants to look later, right? And
All right,
I'll.
somebody needs to keep an eye out for the fuzz too.
Oh yeah. We got that as well. This seems a lot more foreboding. So I'll walk out to the place I thought that I saw the person standing. I'll turn around and look to see what I see, with the rest of the group by the doorways or whatever. This is where
Okay.
it was standing, kind of scoping us out, or
All right.
at least me out anyway.
It is very dark under the trees. The wind is blowing. It's cold. You think you're about where that was. Are you guys just walking out there?
I wasn't planning on hanging out. I was planning on showing where it was and getting the hell away from there.
It's here. And you're leaving. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Unless anyone has anything specific that they would like to do overnight. Let's see.
Yeah,
So you're all
it's been a
sleeping,
long
right?
enough day. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, long drive down here from Atlanta, tramping around, the tension of that situation with the police officer.
Yeah, Carrie's just gonna make sure the camera is all charged up and ready to go for tomorrow.
Okay.
The 40
Alrighty.
details that it needs.
I'm going to move like the dresser or something in front of that door.
Okay. All right. The evening goes by uneventfully. You wake up the next morning. It is overcast. What do you guys do?
I'm gonna get up and remind Pete or remind Phil that we missed church.
That's all right, man. We
Or
don't
is
wanna
that
go nowhere
tomorrow?
Near there.
Yeah.
Should be tomorrow. I think we arrived on Monday, and they said it was Wednesday evening.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm more interested to see what's going on around here. I mean, surely that cop, if he didn't return back where he came from.
Yeah, he's back by now. You'd think, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, and they didn't come mess with us at night. Hey, Phil, why don't you go talk to that clerk?
What do you want me to talk to him about?
Well, I think you'd know, brother, if anything weird happened.
I think he is the weird thing that happened.
Well, yeah, but there's a cop, and we left.
Well, how would he know? We don't want to tip him off that we're afraid of the cops. Maybe
Man, I'll go talk to
he'll
this
call
dude.
him. All right, you go for it.
I'm gonna go talk to the weirdo.
Okay. Give me let me see. What might fit here, because the weirdo is out in the parking lot. I say the parking lot. He's about 20 feet from your room door, standing by where you guys parked the car. So how about let's see. This, I think, would go under spot hidden. Give me a spot hidden roll. Okay.
Failure.
Yeah, he's just standing next to the car, and he looks over and goes, "Oh, well, good morning to you, sir. How are you?"
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, my man.
Oh,
You know a little
that's
something about
that's
cars,
nice
do
to
you?
hear. Oh, yeah, this your car. I know y'all all traveled together. No, I just come from the office over there, and you know, I like to meander, and I just wandered this way past it. What y'all need?
Nah, I wasn't gonna apply nothing like that. You know, it was just a matter of if you knew something about cars, I was gonna ask you a little bit about mine.
Oh
You
no,
see?
sir. I'm not too mechanically inclined. I'm more of a person to walk where I need to go. By the way, he's holding a full 14-ounce Coca-Cola bottle, glass bottle. And like said, pardon me for me, I'm powerful thirsty. And he drinks half of it down and then wipes his mouth and then continues on discussing with you.
Yeah, right on, man. I understand a little bit of thirst here and there.
Yeah,
Uh,
if y'all need anything to eat or drink, y'all can just go over to the general store. I think your friend who checked y'all in has already been over there.
oh, has he, you say? I wasn't really sure about that. You see,
Yeah.
I'm in some other stuff than he is. He's a little bit odd, if you get my meaning.
Oh, odd ain't nothing but the time of day or how the weather is, sir.
You sleep pretty well. You got a nice room here.
Oh,
Better than
well,
I thought it was gonna be. No insult.
well, thank you, sir. We get a lot of folk go to the Talladega 500 or like to go up to the mountain. If y'all want to go up to the mountain, it's a nice day for it.
Oh, is
I
it
would
now?
go up there if I were y'all.
All right, my man. All right. Now, you didn't
There's
get much
good
of the traffic
fishing
last night?
and bird watching and hunting. I'm sorry, you asked him something and Bill, the game master, did not catch it.
I interrupted Bill, the game master, I think. So, yeah, I'd like to get a look at that scenic view up there yonder, you know. But you didn't get much traffic last night or anything? You were in any other rooms?
Oh
I mean,
no,
it's such a nice
sir.
place and all.
It's really such like closer to hunting season, and although most folk have cabins that they go to, or they don't stay overnight, but we do get a few nice gentlemen who'll stop through, and sometimes they bring their wives and such. But it's the race time, really. It's that week. It's very exciting. I don't suppose y'all will be staying till April when the race is,
All
but
right, nah.
we
We came to get some pictures up in the mountains and whatnot.
we fill up every room, sometimes 4 or 5 people in each room, as long as they're there's observant of the hotel rules and don't get up to nothing destructive. It's fine.
Well, they're nice rooms for it, I must say. And we don't try to cause no problem no matter where we tread.
Oh,
So-
well, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, that road right up there, that's up into the mountain. You ain't got a little map or draw me one, would you? I mean, I
Well,
want to
well,
catch
sure
the
I
more
do,
scenic
sir.
stuff.
Sure I do. Let me just go over to the office and I'll get you one. The parks department, they leave them up here. They're very nice, very informative. He walks back and he's back in a few minutes and he's got, the little tourist flyers. You've seen them in hotels everywhere, even a little out of the way places like this. And he hands you one. It's a little glossy trifold thing. And he points, he says, see, now y'all here. So what y'all want to do? Now it says, when you come off 275 and come down out of Gadsden and Atala and up in there. But no, y'all are over here. So y'all just come up here through this little road right here, and that'll take you straight up. They got a tower up there. You can see halfway to Birmingham on a clear day. He glances up at the sky and says, unfortunately, that ain't today, but it's still nice up there.
Yeah, it's still nice here. And I thank you kindly. That was a mighty nice thing that you just did for me. That's why I always ask the locals. You treat them kind, you get kind back. One more question for you, if I might.
Oh, what's that,
You know
sir?
You know anybody who is good with cars?
Oh, well, Cletus over to the San Ann, he practically lives inside a car. I suppose you could ask him anything.
My man, my man. Thank you very much. Hey, about that, did my friend pay for more night than one?
No, sir, he didn't.
Yeah, well, I think we're gonna be wanting to stay another night, but I'll go talk to him about it.
Okay. Alrighty. He thanks you, and if you have nothing else to say to him, he meanders in kind of a zigzaggy way back over to the car. Or back over to the office, away from you in the car. Sorry.
I meander in a zigzaggy way back to my room. Turn around
Okay.
a couple times, make sure he's not watching me.
Okay. He does not look back.
All right.
Okay. So you're back in your room. Everyone else, you're awake now. You had kind of tense night's sleep, but interestingly, nobody stops by your room. Nobody stops to talk to you.
Am I back now?
Yeah. It was like 1, 2, 3, and then you're back to the door. So yeah.
I'm going to, when Pete comes back, I'm going to mention to him that, we never really did find out what happened to that policeman. And you think it might not be a bad idea to, I don't know, just drive by there to see if his car's still there?
Yeah, man, I'd like to drive by there for sure. But I got this map here up into the mountains.
Oh, somebody actually helped you somehow. Wow.
Ah, man, that's for you, my brother. I know how to talk to these people when I got to. But we should go see Cletus. He might know a little something about the car. He says he practically lives in one.
I get it. Yeah, that's definitely outside of my depth. So, I'm more than willing
I didn't
to
even look.
take a look and see what he has to say. You were talking. Was that Lawson out there that you saw?
Yeah,
Is that
man,
give you
it
the map?
was. Yes, he did.
What? Do you know what he's doing? What was he doing out there?
Yeah, well, he was kind of standing by our car, so I kind of asked him what his problem was, like any man would do. And he was cool. But I mean, he's a little bit goofy, but he's kind of a little bit groovy too. I kind of like him.
Well, that's good to hear, because
Yeah, he was helpful.
everybody else has been kind of creepy, if you know what I'm saying.
Well,
Especially
we got this anchor man over here, and you never know.
Cletus back there. We probably should go together and not leave one person, if you get my meaning.
Yeah, I agree, and there's a matter of settling up with this guy too if we're gonna stay another night.
Okay. I
Philip,
think I
you still
saw
buying?
everything I needed to see here, but yeah, I don't. Something's amiss. I just don't know what it is.
Yeah, well, he seemed pretty insistent that we make our way up into that mountain there.
Well, I mean, that's what we came for. So,
But
maybe
we get
even
a hot run and go ahead.
we would probably be doing that without his suggestion, if you know what I mean. So
Yeah, but we get a hot running vehicle, go check out that sheriff area real quick, like get out of there real quick, like if we need to, and head up that mountain. I don't know if the car's gonna be able to pull up that hill.
well, yeah, we definitely need to do something before we head up there. We don't want to be stuck. That would be a bad omen, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, we had a few of them so far. I was dumping bricks back there, man.
You tell me. Figured it'd be cooler up this way, but it seems hotter for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I guess knock on the wall and tell the others, hey, we're thinking about getting Cletus to check out what's going on with the car, and maybe checking the church to see if that cop car's still there, if you know what I mean, so we know what's going on. And then maybe up to the mountain.
Yeah, we grabbing a room tonight again?
Think we better oughta, unless we're gonna take off out of here.
That's why I was asking you, man. You got the bankroll?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
The bankroll, you have the other half of the $20 that Ted Turner gave you.
Hey, $20 was a lot back in the 70s.
You could buy a DM guide for that. Not in 1970 though. So.
Yeah. So, while Pete was out there talking, Philip would have opened up those canisters, the film canisters, to see what was in there.
Okay. It looks like, fortunately for you, that it's processed like Super 8 film.
Oh, so it's already developed and everything.
Yeah.
Oh. I will put it up. I guess I'll motion to Carrie to come to the bathroom, turn on the light, and see what we got.
Okay.
Okay. Either or both of you. Actually, let's start with Kennick. Give me a photography roll, please. Which I think for Carrie, 75. Yes.
Yep.
12. Okay. You can tell immediately from the film this is kind of a rare, not rare-ish, but it's unusual. It is Super 8 film, but it is Super 8 sound film. And looking through the first spool, or the first reel, I should say, it seems like, I mean, it's 8mm, so it's not like the frames are that big, but it seems to be people sitting and looking straight into the camera, and so you're not exactly sure. The sections with people are all about the same length, but there's differing people. And somebody out there is probably going to tag me on this, but I'm going to say that it seems to be about a 10-minute reel. So there's 10 people, 10 different people you see on it.
So they're just sitting or standing?
You're not sure. They're filmed from like here, from like the shoulders up.
Okay. Does there seem to be anything really wonky or strange?
It's difficult to tell.
Okay. Do we have a second one to look at?
Yeah, there was a total, I believe I said, of 4 cans.
Okay. So let's look at them one at a time and roll them back.
Same basic thing, different people.
So let's look at the other 2.
The other 2 are the same.
So basically, it seems to be a journal of people. That might not be a good thing.
Do you recognize any of them?
No.
Nope. It's just like people. Just people.
You both looked at it. Yang, give me a spot hidden roll. I'm gonna call it that.
Oof.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of people.
Well, maybe the others can make something out of it.
Yeah, we should get them to look at this. Maybe they can make more sense of it.
Okay. What about Philip and
Well,
yeah, Will, what are you guys doing, sir?
I'm packing my stuff to put back in the car because I'm not leaving anything in this room.
Okay.
So, but
fine.
I'm going to try to do it discreetly. I don't want to be walking out there with a shotgun in my hands, right? Like I'm going pheasant hunting.
I mean, as far as I know, your stuff is your shoes. If you strip down to your underwear to sleep. So, no one said anything about bringing luggage. So I assume not.
Okay, I was just talking about firearms and my wallet or whatever. But yeah,
His flask.
Yeah, my 2 flasks.
The first one's probably empty by now.
Dual wielding.
Yeah, I have an emergency flask, which is slightly larger than the primary flask. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab my stuff and get ready to put it in the car. Like I said, trying to do it somewhat discreetly so nobody knows that I'm walking around. Who knows? I mean, these guys might hunt all times of year. Who knows? But I don't want to draw any attention. And get ready to go over to have Cletus look at the vehicle.
I'm doing the same. I'll just follow Will's lead on that and get ready to go.
Okay.
Once I get my stuff in the car, so I'm not obviously carrying stuff that people might find a little bit unnerving, I'll yell and say, "Hey, Carrie and Phil, let's maybe we should get going. I don't want to get, I don't want to. If we're going to go up to the mountain today, we probably should get going early and not get stuck out in the dark. I can tell you, just standing under that tree last night, this is not a friendly place in the dark."
All right. So all this has taken about 30 minutes. When did you guys wake up?
So I can't remember. Are we in a different? Is Alabama in a different time zone?
Yes, it is central.
Right. Because it changes up there past that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably pretty early.
Yeah, I would have assumed that we'd wake up pretty early, especially being on a mission and stuff. Say 7 o'clock or something. I don't know, whatever the consensus is.
All right, so it's nice and early. It is still overcast and cold and damp because late February in Alabama.
All right, let's get going. Are we heading over to church first, or are we going to go see Cletus?
Yeah, these guys don't do church during the day, so.
I'm talking about the old church. See if that cop car is still there.
Oh yeah, you're right. We should. I think that's important. We need to know our status, if you know what I mean. We should see Cletus first, though, because the vehicle doesn't sound like it's running too well.
All right.
Yeah, I'd like to get that car looked at before we go somewhere where we got to run away quick.
So, all right. Philip will take whoever's hopping in the car over to the station with Cletus.
We were hoping to all go together because he's kind of a creeper. So, unless Carrie wants to hang out at the hotel, I wouldn't suggest it. But
Nah.
you're free to do that if you like.
All right.
No. That's
All right,
I've been in
so
some skanky places. Not gonna stay longer than I need to.
Yeah, Psycho was released before this time, so yeah.
yeah, that's like 7 years ago. All right, so yeah, Cletus greets you with a smile and says, "Well, hey, y'all, how are you? What can I do for you?"
All right, as rain, Cletus. We were wondering if you might take a look at the car real quick. Seems like it's making a strange knocking sound.
Well, of course I will. Of course I will. He says, "Why don't you pull that hood release for me? Sometimes your needle and seat can get stuck." He pulls an adjustable wrench out. You see him set the air filter off to the side, and you hear a tapping from under, and he says, "Fire it up and start it now and see how it does."
All right, Philip will pump the gas once or twice and start on up.
Give me a driving roll, please.
Oof.
Yeah, just and he's like, "Stuck needle and seat. It happens." He puts the air filter back on, thumbs it back down, closes it, and says, "Get y'all anything else? Y'all want a grape knee-high or a Coca-Cola or cream soda or donuts or
Great.
anything else? Candy bar?"
Well, I wouldn't mind cream soda for the road. Russians?
Yeah, grape knee, huh?
Yeah, I'm with the grape, right with you. Been a while.
Gary?
And how about you, pretty lady?
Oh, definitely. Much obliged. Thank you very much.
All right. He goes back into the glassed in. Actually, no, he stops at the Coke machine there, and he drops some change in, opens it up, pulls out each one, closes, brings it back over, and hands you the 4 sodas and says, "That'll be 75 cents, please."
Dang. All right. He will reach into the ashtray, looking for some
All right.
loose change.
Oh yeah, you've got that.
All right. Well,
Yeah,
thank
we
you very
probably had
much.
a couple toes, calls.
All right. So where are you folks off to? Y'all leaving, or y'all staying and just taking a ride?
Oh, we're just taking a ride. We want to check out the scenery. We'll be back in the evening, but we heard there's some mighty pretty areas around here, so I'm gonna go check them out a little bit.
All right. y'all get up to CTHULHU Mountain. It's a good view even on a day like today.
That's what we heard. Hey, I was wondering, Cletus mentioned that there's some kind of special church service coming up tomorrow night, mighty late. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, I'm a church going man. Yeah, that's yes, sir. It's a fine service, and I hope you folks can be there for it.
What I'm just kind of curious. I'm not too familiar with your denomination. What exactly do you guys all do during your service? Is it a lot of the modern songs, or y'all stay after for like a potluck or something? Or
give me a psychology roll, please. Do you have psychology? I mean, you might have a base.
Physics. Oh yeah, 5%.
All right, give me a psychology roll. Yeah, he just smiles and nods and says, "Well, it's just a late night service is what it is, and it's just a fine time. Some people like to eat. The kitchen is open, and some people do like to eat."
Oh, all right. Well, we're looking forward to it. I have to ask though, is this like a formal thing? Some of these new churches just have slacks and a shirt, or do we need coats? Not quite sure the etiquette.
Oh no, it's just we've lightened up quite a bit. It's less formal than that.
Well, all right. Well, thank you. I guess we better head out. I mean, we want to make our rounds before it gets dark again.
All right. He nods and waves and goes back to his little glassed-in, office interior area of the gas station. And following the map, are you guys going back to the church first or going up to the mountain?
We were gonna stop. We were just looking to see if the car was still there.
Right.
Yeah.
It is not
2 miles out and 2 miles back, I guess. Yeah.
It is not, and otherwise the church looks the same. You don't really see anything different with it. Everybody give me a spot hidden roll as you drive past, though. Nope.
48.
And what is your spot hidden?
Lower. It's 25.
Nope. All right, and Yang. 50.
Saves it? No, 52. Damn it, I thought.
So close. It's 50.
Yeah, no, you guys roll past it and everything looks the same. What is
the same?
What is,
i.e. the car's still there?
No, the car's not there. You do notice that the patrol car is not there.
Should have taken that other shotgun. All right. Well, I guess we'll pull a Yui and go towards the mountain.
Okay. It is about as the crow flies, it's not that far, but you've got like slow switchbacks to make it up the peak. You do come to a scenic lookout that is actually not at the top of the mountain, but kind of looks down into the valley there that Delta occupies. But as you kind of continue on up the mountain, you come to it's like 4 stories tall, roughly pyramidal. And there are a lot of various TV antenna like structures up here. I say a lot. You count 4. And there in the center is this sort of stone tower. It's got a building around its base, but at the top there is a roofed platform with windows in it.
Might as well check that out.
Yeah.
Certainly couldn't hurt.
Is there anybody around at all? Just us?
Interestingly, no, there is not anyone around. It's just you guys.
Okay. Yeah. Let's I'll go check it out. Does this look like it's a well-traveled place? Right? Is this like a destination? Can we tell by the the road and the parking area?
Yeah, I mean it is a paved parking lot. There's collections of pine needles against the little bumpers, which are a little bit more prominent than you would just see like in a Kmart or Sears parking lot, probably given the fact that there is a slight slope because you're on top of the mountain. It looks fairly well appointed up here.
Does this look like the space we saw in the pictures of the antennas on top of the mountain that we saw before, or is it somewhere else?
No,
Before we left, we saw that. We saw some photographs of this, and there were some.
Oh yeah,
antennas
no,
on there.
this looks exactly like that. Yeah.
Okay, so we're where we're supposed to be, I guess. Okay.
Alrighty. So there you guys are. What do you do?
What y'all want to do?
Let's go take a look at that office hut structure type thing.
Okay. Well, it's pretty large. Like you would clock this like the size of like a fast food restaurant almost attached to it. It's not. You didn't find like the highest elevation McDonald's in Alabama or anything. It's just that big of a building. It's not like a tiny little structure. It's like it surrounds the base of the tower. There are big. It's dark inside. There are big scenic windows. And as you approach, in red letters on a green board, it says National Park Service, Cheetah Mountain Visitor Center and Observation Point.
Gary's gonna start filming.
Okay.
We got to get some footage here.
Do we see anyone through the windows?
Light out here, dark in there. No.
Well, I think Philip is he's going to try to go on in.
Pete will follow him.
Okay.
Do we have to climb to get in, or
like 3 steps?
Okay, I just want to make sure. I didn't know if it was that kind of thing. So okay.
No. The observation deck on top of the tower, you would presumably have to climb up, but
Okay.
All right. So you approach it. It's got one of those, the handles with a push down. It's locked.
Is it bolted or anything like that? I mean, like a chain around, none of that stuff, right? Just
No. It's not like it's been like locked off, but just like, it's closed.
Any information on the windows, like hours or some days that it's open, that sort of thing?
Yeah, it appears to be opening at noon. but you are just in one point, so you can, in the front. So it's up to you guys what you do next.
I suppose, hey guys, I'm just gonna wander around a little bit. Looks like we got a couple hours before they open up. You know what I mean?
Sounds good. Maybe we should go check out them transmitters up there too.
Man, that's a
So-
high.
Does the so the tower, is it stairs? Is it ladder? What is it?
Whatever it is, you assume it would have to be accessed from inside that building. There's
Oh,
no
okay.
outside. There's no outside stairs. It is like a solid rock construction around it,
Okay.
like mortared field stone. Okay, as you're walking around the building, there, Pete, you pass a door that says employees only. You can't see it from the parking lot. Give me a let's see. Give me a track roll for Pete.
All right, that's just that's just base. So
Yeah.
unlikely. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's the door there.
I'll try the handle.
It is unlocked.
Well, they didn't do much of a good job of keeping this place secure. The sign ain't gonna stop me. All right, I'll
Well, I
open
mean,
it up.
we are in the country. They don't lock a lot of things around here.
Do you yell that at the top of your lungs? Because
No,
okay.
I just kind of see it and mutter it.
All right. I mean, you don't. The only person that said they were walking around the building was Doom.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sorry.
yeah. All right. So, yeah, it click and you can feel it opening.
All right, I'll just go ahead and kind of push it open.
All
I
right.
don't want to, fly it open or anything. Kind of push it open, but I don't want to go in with it. You know what I mean?
Okay. It is dark inside. Looks like with the little bit of daylight that is filtering in. This looks like some kind of a storage room. You see some tarpaulins folded on a shelf. There's a couple of the old style bucket lanterns, if you know what I'm talking about. Big square battery on the bottom. You'd hold it up like that. A few bundles of some other things on the shelves, and then opposite of this there is a door, presumably, that goes deeper into the building. This room is about 10 by 10.
All right, if I step back a little or lean back a little and try to look along the wall and see if there appear to be any other doors along this back side of the building.
No, just the one that goes in there, and then.
All right, I'm gonna reach inside.
Okay.
And quietly close the door. Turn the doorknob before I pull the door and release the doorknob, and then
Okay.
go back around and let the others know.
Alrighty.
Hey guys, we got an open door back there. Say employees only. I guess I'm an employee today.
All
If
right.
it was important, they would have locked it.
All right, let's go in.
Well,
I
I
turn off the
figured you
camera.
guys were specialists in that, being what you did at the church there, so I'll watch.
Yeah, the editor and Ted Turner's lawyer are going to have a field day cutting this down, you think? All
I
right.
turn
So,
the camera off just so we don't have that on film.
all right. Do you guys go around then to the door?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Well, there it is.
All right. So, you're at the door. Oh, somebody said they were checking out the transmitters. Who was that?
Oh, I said I was going to, or I wanted to.
Okay. So the tallest TV transmitter, there is a placard at each transmitter. One denotes a radio station. The other just has like the letters MT and then 5045 next to it. And the other one has a bunch of call letters, but underneath that, WCIT main broadcast tower. The other three are have chains on them that stop you from opening the little chain link fence. This one does not. The WCIT one does not.
Would I, being in the TV business, would I know what WCIT is?
Yes, WCIT is the UHF public broadcast service. You can actually pick it up in Atlanta if you have a nice enough TV and a nice enough antenna. You can pick up WCIT. It's just there are better PBS affiliates in Georgia than there are servicing rural Northeast Alabama. And there's something okay. Now I know on your character sheet you might see it listed as 00, but give me an electronics roll. There are at the base of the tower, there are, as you might expect, a great many boxes. There is a faint hum. There's like, just there's like a red light on top of each box that's that's lit, but you don't see anything out of the ordinary with any of it.
Do I see an on-off switch or lever or something?
Give me an electrical repair roll, which you have should have a base of 10.
Okay. Oh, come on.
I mean, there are like spade handles, or like spade toggle switches on each of the boxes, but you're not sure if they're handles for opening them. You're not sure what they do.
All right. Well, he'll let's see. So this one is unlocked and the others are locked, but do I see signs of anybody going into either this one or any of the other ones recently?
That would be a track roll.
Oof.
Nope.
All right. Well, I'll head back down to the others.
Okay. So you're all there at the back of the place, looking at. You arrived there just as Pete Wilson and Will McFarlane and Carrie Smith are approaching the back door.
Found the transmitter for WCIT.
Did you do anything to it?
What? No, I don't go around and vandalize and destroy property like that.
Come on,
I mean,
man, but it's the pole.
I might go inside to
Every
look
man's got
at
to
something.
urinate on it.
Well, I'll leave that to you then.
All right.
If anybody knows more about electronics, maybe you can figure out more than I could. But
Can't say how much do, but we got this door, and you know a lot about them.
All right,
Yang, give me an idea roll, please.
All right.
Okay. My
idea is 70.
Your idea is 70, and of course, let's see. Hang on a moment. I actually dropped my mouse. I need to click something.
Oh.
I really should invest in a trackball for the studio here. Okay, so with that said, you're at the door. What to do?
Well, it's open, right?
Yeah.
I closed it back.
Okay, yeah, it is closed, but seems to be able to be opened again.
Well, unlocked, I guess is what I should have said. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right. I should have understood.
yeah. If you turn the knob, the door swings back open, and it is exactly as you left it, with a
All right.
door on the other side.
So he'll wave the others in, and so you said there was a lamp.
Yeah, there's
and
these pale like not PAIL, not PALE, like lanterns that take big batteries. That
The
those things
square
probably,
spring batteries, right? The ones that have the springs on
Yeah.
the top of them.
yeah.
Okay.
9-volt lead acid batteries that last seemingly interminably until they don't.
All right. Well, he'll take one of those, pick one up, and take it with him.
Okay, that's fine.
And so how now? You said it was dark, but is it like dark that it's just a
It
little
is
dark,
di-
or
it-
pitch black?
It is dim light with the door open. If you
Okay.
guys close the door behind you, you will be in pitch black.
All right. Well, he will turn that light on
Okay.
and
You
go further
you
in.
have a light.
All right. Well, I think somebody's going to have to watch the car. We're up here. Lawson knew we was coming up here. We don't really know what's going on with the fuzz, so
So you want
I
me
guess
to
that's
prop
going to be
open the
me.
door? Prop
He'll
open the door
just-
and keep watching?
He'll look
Well,
back
our
at Pete
car's
and
around
say,
the front.
he'll look at Pete and say, "Uh-huh. All right."
Are there no
Yeah.
windows in this storage room?
No.
Okay. Damn it.
And you couldn't see the car from where you are, even if it was.
Okay.
I need to watch for somebody coming up that hill. Or somebody does.
Well, nobody should be up here by themselves. So why don't Phil and Carrie, you guys check this place out? We'll go make sure nobody's going to be interfering.
Works for me, my man.
Plus, when this thing should be opening soon, right? So somebody should be coming up here.
Exactly.
We want you guys to know that before they get here, if you know what I mean.
All right. Carrie,
Uh,
looks
yeah.
like you're the brave one here.
All right, so
Let's head on in.
All right.
So Carrie goes back to the car. Is that my understanding?
No, Carrie's staying with Phil, and Pete and Will are going to the car.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. You guys go in. This is very clearly an office. There's a half door that opens into a larger space. If you shine the flashlight over there, give me a sand roll, please.
All right.
And this is where things change.
Oh God.
77. You take a momentary 1 point sand loss. Give me a luck roll, please. So do you, Carrie. Give me a luck roll. Yang.
24.
You do not drop and smash the lantern. The thing that has scared the hell out of you is literally in one corner of the office. There is a 9-foot brown bear taxidermied
Alright.
That point of sand will come back shortly. It was
What
like,
the heck is with these people? Why'd you do that?
I mean, it's a nature center.
all right.
Well, the sand is only temporary, but the soiled pants are forever.
Okay. So looking around, this is very clearly a visitor center with a sort of souvenir shop. There's a lot of, hand carved wood stuff, just sort of painting the light around, books, folk art, t-shirts, bumper stickers, and so on and etc. Off to, as you look out into this area, off to the right, there is a curtained area that says, oh gosh, how could I describe the sign?
Lovecraft would say it was indescribable.
Lovecraft would say it's indescribable. A lurid
It's
sign
also
of pulsing,
non-Euclidean.
unknowable colors. There's a sign next to the curtain that says Alabama, the jewel of the South, film presentation room. Meanwhile, back at the car, you guys return to the car. You're keeping your eyes peeled.
Yeah, we're just gonna look down the road, right where we came up, and look for clouds of dust or whatever from somebody coming up here, or noise, or I don't know, people coming out of the woods. I guess.
Yeah, that too.
Hey, it's only 14 Lucaroos.
Okie dokie. We have to go to the printed word for this. You guys are both standing out there. The bugs up here must be really thick this time of year. Both of you give me an idea roll.
Okay.
Unless you have something.
69, dude.
Nice. Is that below your idea?
I don't think so. Let me make sure though. It's at the top of the sheet, right? Yeah, it's 75. Yeah. Actually, it is. It is under. Amazing.
Yeah. As you guys are leaning against the car and time is going by, you're like, it's still technically winter. Like there's patches of frost up here. You're cold. There is a buzzing bug noise.
What you make of that, man? This damn place spooky as hell.
Yeah, I'll try to look around, see if I see a cloud of bugs, or is it coming from the towers? Maybe that's a power thing.
It is not coming from the towers. It is an angry bee like humming sound.
Oh, yeah. My favorite kind.
You're not sure if there's a singular one or multiples, so you don't know if it's two bees or not two bees.
Oh no.
We know they're angry though.
Yeah. All right. Both of you look around in the thin morning fog up here. You see something that looks like the size of a bat. But it looks like some sort of horrid mosquito. Each of you give me a sand roll.
Couldn't dodge it forever.
Yep, exactly. 13.
15.
Okay, yeah. There's
All
just a
right.
couple of disgusting. They're sort of this. They're kind of translucent and blue greenish, and they regard you like they have like hornet-like bodies, way too many legs hanging down underneath. Off of their heads are what appears to be tendrils, and they've got these bat-like wings, and they're flying straight towards you, and they regard you almost with hateful looks. Inside, what are you guys doing?
I think continuing on.
Okay. Continuing on, going into the film room, doing what?
Yeah, actually. Hey, Carrie, you want to check out this film here? Maybe they got some history information for us.
Okay. She'll check it out.
Yeah, so we'll go in and see if we can turn it on.
Okay. There is in the room, there is a lectern with like a pull down movie projection screen next to it. Several moderately comfortable looking benches, and in the back of the room there is a cart that has a projector on it. Stacked neatly on the lectern are note cards and so on. So what do?
So we're gonna check them out, see if we can make sense of them.
The note cards just seem to be your typical national forest, Mount Cheehaw, which is known as a very high place in the Choctaw language, was first discovered by explorers in,
So tourist stuff.
Yeah, touristy stuff.
Okay.
I think I think Phil's gonna turn on the projector.
Okay. It does that bell and howl, kind of flickers, and before it settles down. And this is obviously like a 20-year-old film, showing like much clearer daytime views of like from the scenic overlook you guys were at, and there is a voiceover with it from the tinny speaker. Let's see, Phil, let's see. Give me a photography roll, and there's going to be some modifiers in your favor on that. So, okay. You're not sure of the make or how you might thread it through, but you do note that this is a mere 8mm film projector. Meanwhile, outside, so these things are moving closer to you. And they are fast. They are ridiculously fast. They cover about half the distance to you like that. So, Will, what are you doing?
I'm getting in the car as quickly as I can.
All right, so you're reaching over and grabbing the car, grabbing the door handle to the car and hopping in. And how about Pete? What is he doing?
Yeah, and I think Will, I guess Will's taking the. I assumed and I made a mistake that we were on the driver's side of the car while this was happening. I figured I'd dash around to the passenger side where my gun is, panicking. the
Oh,
whole way
I was
and
getting in the
staying
back.
in the car.
I was getting in
Oh,
the
okay.
back. That's where my shotgun is. So
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm getting in shotgun then, and
Yep.
grabbing my pistol, and
Just in
freaking
case.
out.
yeah, this is not good. Although, these aren't much bigger than they are where I live. This is not a good thing.
We got some skeeters down here.
Yeah. Okay. Both of you. Oh, you've already given me a sand roll. That's right. All right.
I'm glad we made that.
Yes.
This ain't no stuffed bear, you know what I mean?
Okay. So yeah, they fly over to the car. Yeah, and one of them sort of presses its sort of rubbery yet chitinous face against the windshield. It is like inches away, and it is tapping what appears to be a long, flexible stinger against the glass to no effect. The other one you can't see, but you do hear a buzzing and clicking sound from both of them still.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nowhere near as pleasant as a didgeridoo sound, Bob Jester.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, inside of the visitor center, what are you guys doing?
Well, if there was nothing on the film, then we would perhaps continue on looking into other rooms.
Okay. There's a little supply closet behind that. Mop, bucket, couple of folding chairs. There is a National Forestry Service, a green jacket, and a Smokey the Bear hat. A cardboard box that's got informational flyers neatly stacked in it.
I'll grab a flyer.
Okay. Looking around, it's they're the going back out into the gift shop. There is a door that looks like it goes into the broad observation lobby.
And that's still inside, right?
Yeah, that's still inside.
All right. Well, I guess we'll go in there.
All right. This is what you would call a sort of Colorado style.
This is the 70s, so it's not talking about pot this time.
Yeah. Or maybe.
Damn, man.
So yeah, you go back, and out in the lobby proper, there's a chain across it that says observation area closed, but there is a square staircase in the middle, which you would assume would lead you up in that. And when I say chain, I mean there's like two bollards, like when you go to a movie theater, the barriers that they put up with the chain between it. It's basically it's there to stop polite, honest people from going up, but it's nothing you couldn't just slide aside and step around. And then there's lots of picnic tables, and so on and etc. There are curtains here that are closed.
I think I'm gonna. Well, he, being the gentleman, he will move one of those pollards, I think he called them, to the side and wave to Carrie to go on through.
Okay.
To go up the
Yeah,
thing.
you move the barrier, and Carrie, he's waving to you. Is Carrie doing anything?
She'll go through.
Okay. Glancing up, it's an open staircase. I mean, there is a rail. I should point out there is like a nice 3-foot railing. And you can basically go slowly up if you wish. Meanwhile, in the car, what are you guys doing?
So, how many of these things are there? 2?
Yeah, you saw 2 of them.
There's not more than 2 now?
You saw 2 of them.
Okay. And they're hanging out by the windows where we're sitting?
One of them is. The other one you don't see anymore.
Oh, okay. What's the polite thing to do? I give it a, I stick my tongue out at it and point at the shotgun.
It does not acknowledge that. It is still like creak, creak. It's like trying to, there's little clawed hooks on the end of its way too many legs, and it's still tapping that whip-like stinger against the glass.
Is this the Call of Cthulhu Sturge? I'm just asking. I don't like this at all. I'm gonna load the shotgun now.
All right.
I was kind of
Pete
serious
doing?
before.
What is Pete doing?
I'm gonna grab my loaded gun and I'm gonna crack my window a little bit, enough to fit the barrel through.
Okay. All right. You grab your gun and you do that. So that's about that much. That's about an inch to put.
That's what I figured.
To fit the barrel through. So stuff is happening. This thing immediately darts to your window and squeezes, like it's this awful, horrible squenching sound as it forces its body in to the car.
Ooh.
Roll the window up, Pete. It's rolling up fast.
It is. That is basically its entire action. So, and the other one kind of comes around, and is scuttling up the window, and it too is looking to get in there. So Pete, your dex is what? 14?
I think that was it. One moment. Yes, 14.
All right. And Will, your dex is...
I haven't looked. Let me check. It's not come up before.
Oh, your dex is 14 also.
It is also 14, yes.
Which are really, really good dexes, but in the next round, they go first. Squeeze, pop.
Oh, no.
These things are now inches away from you. What are you doing, Will?
So it's in the car with us?
It is in the car with you, yes.
Is Will behind Pete and it's above Pete, or is it in the window next to Will? I'm in the back seat, he's in the front seat, right? Both on the passenger side?
Yes.
So it's window, Pete,
there's
Bug,
one
me.
They're basically there's one buzzing in front of you, there's one buzzing in front of Pete.
I'm pulling the eject handle and getting the hell out of this car. At least for the time being.
Alrighty, you pull the handle and roll away. How about you, Pete?
I gotta shoot that thing point blank.
Okay, give me this is a pistol roll.
I was gonna do that, but I was thinking more of some recent movies.
Or I'm sorry, it is a handgun roll.
Yeah.
19.
That
all right.
is a success.
Pow. Okay, so and you said you were using a detective
44.
38. Oh, 44.
Or 38, yes.
A 38. Okay. It's a little bit of difference. So kablamo. And let's see. Weapons. Let's see. So, and it actually does matter. So, pardon.
That's one of the few things that would make a difference.
Here, I have a PDF. I don't have a PDF of this. Doesn't exist in the wild, unfortunately. And the PDF I bought it came from the box set and is in 2 different volumes, and I only have the PDF for one. So we'll get onto that next time on the next show, guys. I promise. Let's see.
That 4th edition is really cool. If anybody's looking for a COC book, I mean, both of them are really great.
Yeah,
And they can be had not too expensive.
All right. 38 revolver. That is going to be 1d10. Why did I? All right. Boom. So yeah, you wing it, as it were. Let's see. I lost my page. These particular critters are not in the 1st edition Keeper's Guide, so which is why I love the 4e book so much, because it's got everything in it. I just wish Chaosium would do the right thing and give us a book with everything in it. Yeah, that hurted a lot. There's like this spray of protoplasm, and it lets out this unearthly, shrill, hissing, clicking, screeching sound. There's like little uncoiled organelles dripping something foul. Like, you almost immediately feel like you want to vomit at the smell of this. Meanwhile, out in the parking lot, so you ducked out.
Yeah, I mean, if I needed to get out because I didn't want to shoot Pete. It's a scattergun. So,
yeah, you basically cast fireball in the car.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Is the bug out coming after me? I didn't close the door. I dodged out. The door's still open, right?
Right.
If it's out, I'm going to try to shoot it. If it's not out, then I'm looking for it.
One has darted out from under the car and is headed straight for you in its round. It is flying right at your face. All over your face.
Yeah, it's my favorite way. Not in the face.
Head or gut.
And
Yeah.
just think, in 9 years, Ridley Scott will make a small fortune terrifying people this way.
Yes, I'm going to shoot it. I'll worry about the face later.
Okay. So let's see.
And in fact, I mean, if it's coming at my face, I'm going to start kneeling as I shoot. Right? I want to shoot up. I don't want to shoot Pete. Right?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right. How does this work?
Thank you for not shooting me.
Well, we'll see what happens when I make the roll. This could be a Jim Ward situation.
Hey, this could be, you guys both buy it out here, and then Yang buys it later, and then it comes down to Kanik as the final girl, right?
Great. Just great.
But this is in the 70s, so it's not a guarantee that she lives.
It is not.
Definitely not. It's Call of Cthulhu.
All right, so let's see. This thing's...
I'm hoping
right.
those guys heard that shot, by the way.
We will come back to it. I'm not gonna say that they did not.
Okay. I was gonna honk the horn, but I didn't have time because the stupid bugs are in the room. Are the bugs in the house with you? Yes, they are.
Okay, so and then how about Pete? Let's see. I'm sorry, not Pete. Will. And okay, yeah. So this thing lands on your head, and you have this horrible, horrible, cold alien feeling as something sinks in through your skull.
Like
Oh.
like osmosis sinks in. Like,
Yeah.
oh, nice. Okay, yeah.
You scream and scream and scream and scream. Pictures of alien vistas are blasted into your mind. You can feel it shuffling through your amygdala, sifting through your corpus callosum. Roll 1d6, please.
Okay. Let's see if this is the right one.
He's just glad to roll.
Yeah, because there isn't always a good chance. One.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna
you
be.
lose 1 point of sanity.
That was it? Okay.
That is it. The awful, horrible, sickening sensation stops. So that concludes the round. Inside, you guys, both of you give me a listen roll.
I'm gonna need someone to roll for me. My laptop just went down for a second.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Keeper's got it.
Oh, jeez.
26. I think you both made it. You hear a muffled
I did
pop.
not.
Oh, you did not make it. Carrie hears a muffled pop from outside.
What the heck was that? Did you hear that?
No.
Do I recognize it's a gunshot?
You hear a sharp muffled pop. You've worked
Okay.
in journalism enough to know that probably was a gunshot.
I think they shot outside. We better go check it out.
All right. Let's check the windows. There were. You said that there were curtains closing the.
Yeah, there's
blocking the
there's
windows.
curtains.
That would face the parking lot where they are, right?
Yes.
All right. So that's where Philip's going. He's gonna peek through the curtains, see what's going on.
All right. In the parking lot, you can see. In the parking lot, you can see Pete is thrashing around in the car. You can't make out why. You think you see a gun in his hand, and Will is lying face down in the parking lot, clutching a shotgun in one hand. He is not moving. What do?
I think he's gonna hang out for a minute until he can
Okay.
figure out what's going on, because all he can see is two goofballs rolling around with guns.
Okay. How
Hope they
about
didn't get
Carrie?
my wild turkey.
So she's going to take note
Okay.
of her companion in the building.
Oh,
And she's gonna
I
get
guess we
closer.
I was just going to say, as you get closer and as you're looking at this there, Pete, I'm sorry, not Pete, Phil, both of you guys give me a sand roll, because you can see something in the car now with Pete. It looks like a glow in the dark bat. Yeah, he's fighting. You're not sure what he's doing in there. Carrie, how about you? You need me to roll?
No, I got it back. She's going to stay where she's at and try to
Mhm.
figure out what the heck's going on.
Make a sand roll then. 36.
36.
Yeah, okay. So there's like some blue-green bat in the car, and he's trying to get rid of it. Meanwhile, in the car, are you going to try and shoot it again?
Yes.
right.
There's nothing else I can do.
Okay, it zips past your head and then turns around to try and attack you again. Go ahead and take your shot.
All right. Hey, I made it.
You made it. Pow! You hit it and you splatter it all over the inside of the car.
All right. Is that that's the M for me?
Yeah, that it is.
Right.
It just, the bullet hits it dead center and it just bursts. We're not going to worry about impale or anything like that versus these things.
Right. So was that the end of my action?
Yes, that is the end of your action.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, you see the flash of another pistol discharge in the car, and something wet splatters against the windshield. That's from inside the visitor center. And your buddy lying on the ground there is still not moving.
Thanks for the support, folks.
What to do? What are you guys doing? What's going on?
I'm laying on the ground face down.
Yeah.
So do we see anything still moving around, other than our companions?
No.
All right, well,
I think they need some help here.
all right, let's go back.
Okay,
So
let's go.
on our way out of the building, I want to stop in that supply closet real quick and see if I can find any aerosol cans, like Pledge or Lysol or whatever they got there.
Give me
Hey,
a
it's
luck.
the 70s. It's got to be the hairspray, dude.
Give me a
Aquanet.
luck roll. Give me a luck roll. Nope.
Aquanet, preferably.
All right. The smell inside the car is almost unbearable, but even as you're looking at it, Pete, you can see it's almost like it's turning into vapor. Like it's literally just kind of vanishing.
Effervescent.
Yeah.
So you guys in the visitor center, Pete just, I'm sorry, I did it again. Philip just turns and like runs back deeper into the building. What are you doing, Carrie? Kennick, what are you doing?
She is going to go out and try to help him.
Okay. So Will, you just feel cold all over and slightly nauseous, a little bit dizzy, but whatever that horrible feeling and sensation that made you pass out in the parking lot was, you're feeling fine now. Maybe it's the thin air, because you guys are like a half a mile up. You're not sure why you would have gotten car sick just sitting in the car. But yeah, you're feeling a lot better.
Do I recall the bug at all? No? Okay.
Nope.
All right. Yeah, I'll stand up and look around.
Your gun is in your hand for some reason. You look back over at the visitor center and you see Carrie. She's running out. Presumably a few minutes later, there's
Phil.
There's Phil, and he is yelling something about he couldn't find a can of Pledge.
Phil,
What?
man, come on.
Well, I ain't got no guns. What the hell was that?
What was what?
Man, you ain't even gonna believe me, I tell you. Because you were somewhere you shouldn't have been, man. It was horrible.
Hey, you told us to check stuff out. We were doing that.
Why am I outside the car? What's going on, Pete? I kind of feel off.
Yeah,
Like,
man, I
car
saw
sick.
it. I saw it all.
You saw what?
I saw it all. Them bugs come up flying up the mountain. They attacked us.
It
I
was
fired
bugs?
my weapon, see? I'm gonna open up the
Yeah, you've got
cylinder on the revolver.
two empty. Well, I mean the chambers aren't empty, but the rounds are spent.
2 fired casings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember that, Pete.
Yeah, man, you fired too, man.
Did I?
Yeah, it came right at your face. From what I could see out of the corner of my eye, it just smashed into you and sort of you collapsed and then it dissolved once I killed the other one, man.
So
This ain't no good. You guys don't have to believe me.
I'm gonna open the chamber, break it, and look at the. I'm not gonna pull it hard enough for it to eject.
Okay. Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. There's one empty shell, and it is warm to the touch. It has discharged literally in the last minute.
I don't remember that at all. I'll close. I'll take the expended shell out and put it in my pocket, and I'll close the shotgun.
You have one in the pipe, and that is 4 left in your revolver for Pete. All right, what are you guys gonna do?
You guys
guys
find
are
anything
okay?
in there? Do I look okay?
Oh,
Listen.
you'll look a little bit off, but
Yeah,
I
well,
mean,
thanks.
physically okay.
You guys find, yeah, you find anything in there?
Not too much. We didn't quite finish the search. I was hoping to find an office or something. Maybe we go back in there real quick and see if we could find one.
You did.
Oh, we did?
Yeah, you passed through it from the. You came into the storage room, and then there was an office with like a half door that led to a counter for visitor assistance, which was
Oh, that was the office.
Yeah.
But I think we did not search it.
I don't know, man. This ain't no good. They're gonna come flying back up here.
Well, I
There
thought you
ain't
said
only
you killed
two.
them.
Yeah,
There
we
ain't
killed
only
2 of
two.
them, man.
Shit. All right.
Well, there's nothing here, so maybe we should move on.
Yeah, I was hoping to find some weapons, but maybe we better ought to go on.
Will's going to. He's just gonna, feel himself. He's cold. He's gonna, feel his hands. Does it feel like he's still cold, or is it getting warmer? Or
Yeah, it was. Maybe you felt a little lightheaded.
it's like
something
I passed
that.
out, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Feel a little better, but
Yang, give me an idea roll for you there, if you would.
Oh, 49, yes.
Okay, that is an 8mm camera projector in the visitor center.
Well, that we did find an 8mm projector. Maybe we should borrow it since there ain't nobody up here. Or no,
Okay.
wait a minute, because I think we took everything out of the rooms, so we could just
Oh
hook it
yeah.
up
So
here.
let's take the film and let's play it.
Man, I ain't staying up here no more.
Well,
We gotta
all right.
we gotta see quick what this is. Well, it won't take
I'll
about a
walk down
minute.
the damn mountain.
Well, come
Yeah,
in
let's
the
just-
building. Come in the
let's just-
come in the
let's-
building.
let's just grab it and go. Right. I mean, I don't waking up on the ground. I don't even remember going out there. I shot my gun. I have no idea when that happened.
All right, all
Something's
right.
seriously wrong up here, and I mean, maybe we'll come back later, but I'm not feeling too good right now. I'd like to get the hell out of here. Can we just grab that stuff so we can use it back at the hotel?
Fine. That's fine.
All right. So when we go through after we grab it back, we're gonna like wipe down everything we tried to remember what we touched, so we don't leave fingerprints behind.
It's the visitor center, right? This is probably the busiest place in this entire 100-mile radius.
I don't care about fingerprints right now.
I will point out, I mean, technically, you are now committing a felony offense. This is a federal crime now.
Because it's national parks.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob.
Yeah, that's
Jester,
going to stop us.
Bob Jester, member for 14 months, a Lost in the Weed milestone super chat. Thank you very much, Bob. Good to see you, buddy. And thank you for being a member for so long. All right, so you head back down the mountain. Who's driving again, please?
Probably me.
Give me a driving roll.
Nice driving tonight.
Yeah, it is. It's running rough again. You know, the temperature's just starting to creep, but not that bad. So you know that like you can pop it in neutral and just literally coast because you guys are coming back down the mountain. Fortunately, despite the damp on the road and the narrowness of it and some of the switchbacks, you're 7. You get it. You're like AJ Foyt, man. It's a very 1960s and 70s racer name. You coast it back down the mountain to the highway, keeping it cool. But there's a point at which, you know, because you got to turn left to head back up towards where your hotel is. By the time you get there, yeah, it feels it's feeling pretty rough.
Damn that, ladies.
Okay. But you do arrive back at your hotel without any additional incidences. So what are you guys doing now here in the last few minutes?
Well, you know, we already got another night booked, right? So we should just let's see what's on that film that you guys have.
Okay,
And
so
then
you
He's
look
getting
at
the hell out of this. Sorry, and just going into a room. You know,
okay.
Chill a bit.
All right. Oh, and by the way, Pete, there's 2 spent slugs that when this thing, whatever it was, dissolved, like click click, they both just fell on the carpet of the car. Just letting you know.
That's what I expected if I didn't blow the roof off. I'm going to go ahead and thank you for reminding me. I'm going to go ahead and grab those.
Yeah, they lodged in its body, so.
Right.
All right. So yeah, you've got the camera there. No problem getting it set up. You have 4 canisters of film. As I recall, you guys have looked at 3. What are you going to do?
Hook it up and see what's on it. Well, we probably need to watch all 4 since you said that they had audio on there as well.
Yeah. All right, so you're going to start with like the first one that you that you put on.
Yeah, we'll start with the first one unless they're like numbered in a different order or something.
They're not marked at all.
Then yeah, we'll just go with that one.
Okay, you put it in. You start running the film. Each segment is more or less identical. You can hear someone just off camera speaking before the person facing the camera speaks. And the person off camera always asks the same thing. It's a man's voice. And he says, okay, go ahead. What's your name? It's an older man's voice, Southern accent, of course. What's your name? And the first one is a woman, as I said. Marianne Jones. Marianne, how long have you been a member of this church? Ever since I was baptized here. Marianne, do you consent before God, before us, to what we need to do? And she nods and says, yes, I do. Free of my own will. And that goes, there's like each is like 10 minutes. And each is so that's 10. Those are about a minute each. So yeah, there's like 30 of those on the first 3 film canisters. The 4th film canister, as you're watching it, you hear the man's voice again, but the scene is different. There is what looks like a steel lunchroom table. You can see like kitchen items in the background. There is an unidentified person lying face down on like a center island. And the voice says, all right, is it okay if we're here? We don't want to get too close. And turning and facing the camera is someone in a smock. They're wearing a mask, and they say, yeah, just I wouldn't come any closer than that. So over the course of the 10 minutes, there's a couple of people also in smocks and masks, and you can see now that they've got gloves on. They gently but firmly hold the person face down. First, the person who addressed the camera makes a few injections, kneels down, asks or says something to the person on the table that you can't make out. And he pats that person on the shoulder and then makes an incision in the back of their skull. And then picks up what looks like a drill and begins to drill into the back of the person's skull.
Carrie looks away.
Everybody give me a sanity roll, including Carrie. Yeah, Carrie, you're fine. You looked away in time.
20.
20. Yeah, you're fine.
Would you like Pete to as well? Because I went to the other room.
Pete's not there, so
okay, cool.
Crap.
Thank you.
83.
they're drilling a hole in someone's head in what looks like a lunchroom. And the camera's just getting it all. They're dabbing blood out with gauze pads, which give me an idea roll, please.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, those are the gauze pads you're carrying in your pocket, or one's exactly identical to it. So,
Gosh.
you are going to take a temporary SAN loss of, let's see, we're going to divide this by 2. So you take a temporary SAN loss of 3 points. Yeah, you guys think you're witnessing, you're not exactly sure what, but there is some rudimentary brain surgery happening here. There's a knock on your hotel room door. The 3 of you who are watching this film And that is where we're going to leave it this week. Thank you very much to my players for tuning in tonight. Thank you everyone else who tuned in tonight. I shouldn't have said tune in, for being here this evening. I will be back tomorrow night. We are going, speaking of horror, we are going to have Alyssa Hazel in the house talking about her books, her writing, and anything else we can think of talking about. But I appreciate that, everybody, for being here. Kennick, Kevin, Dooms, Yang, thank you all for playing tonight. I will be back. Let's see. Yep, that works. I will be back tomorrow, as I said. And then the show will return to normal flight on Monday. Again, folks, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Describe down below what you liked about it, and we'll do more of that. If you didn't like the video, well, I'm going to feed you to the owl bear. Oh, thank you very much, Bob Jester, with the wrap-up $10 super. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. I can tell you all then with that $10 super that I'm sick of hurricane bullshit. Everybody have a lovely evening. And in case you're wondering, yes, I did let the owl bear come in the house. Peace. Good night. Love you all.
Have you seen my owl bear? Here's to all the weirdos everywhere in the woods and in the air. Have you seen my owl bear? Should I shave off all my hair? Bobs are all around. Some live in tunnels underground. Some are fat, some are rich, some are sleeping in a ditch. Can you ride a crooked horse without a saddle way off course? Naked as a toad all the way to Smoky Joe's. Have you seen the little creep driving fast in his little green Jeep? He smells like fish and brandy, but his rotten teeth look dandy. Take me to the show, I don't care if fast or slow. From action flicks to dancing dicks, just take me to the show.